San Francisco, 1965, 2 a.m. 8 Tong gangsters break into Bruce Lee's martial arts school. They're armed baseball bats, chains, butterfly knives, one pistol. They've come to teach Bruce a lesson about refusing to pay protection money. But when they enter, the lights are off. The room is pitch black. And Bruce Lee is waiting in the shadows. 12 minutes later, 5 gangsters are unconscious on the floor. 2 have fled. 1 is in an ambulance. Bruce Lee is untouched. This is the night that ended the gang war. This is the story Bruce Lee never wanted publicized. The night he fought 8 armed gang members in the dark and won. Not with flashy movie techniques. With guerrilla tactics, brutal efficiency, and cold calculation. The Tong gangs controlled Chinatown through fear and violence. But they made one mistake. They threatened Bruce Lee's school, his students, his livelihood. And Bruce showed them that some fights aren't about honor or sport, they're about survival. This is what really happened. Spring 1965. Bruce Lee has been running his Jun Fan Martial Arts Institute in San Francisco's Chinatown for over a year. Business is good. Students are growing. His reputation is spreading. But success in Chinatown comes with a price. The local Tong Chinese organized crime syndicate controls the neighborhood. Every business pays protection money. Restaurants, shops, laundries, everyone pays. Refuse, and your windows get smashed. Refuse again, and worse things happen. One evening, 2 Tong enforcers visit Bruce's school. Well-dressed, cold eyes, respectful but threatening. Mr. Lee, we represent the Community Association. We're here to discuss your monthly contribution. Bruce knows what this is. I don't pay protection money. I protect myself. The enforcer smiles without warmth. Everyone contributes. It's how Chinatown stays safe. Safe from what? From you? Be smart, Mr. Lee. You're new here. You don't understand how things work. Pay the contribution. Avoid trouble. How much? $200 a month. Bruce shakes his head. I won't pay. Not $1. If you want to protect me, fine. But I'm not paying for threats. The enforcer's faces harden. You're making a mistake. Reconsider. Get out of my school. They leave. But one turns back at the door. You have 1 week to change your mind. After that, we can't guarantee your safety. 3 days later, Bruce arrives at his school in the morning. The front window is shattered. Glass everywhere. A brick on the floor with a note tied to it. In Chinese, last warning. Pay or pay more. Bruce's students are angry. Sifu, we should go to the police. Bruce shakes his head. Police won't help. Chinatown takes care of its own problems. And this is my problem. What will you do? Wait, they'll come back. And when they do, I'll be ready. Bruce doesn't pay. Days pass. A week. The Tong enforcers return. Mr. Lee, your week is up. Have you reconsidered? No, I told you, I don't pay protection money. The enforcer's pleasant facade drops. Then you've chosen the hard way. Tonight we're coming back. Not to talk. To teach you why everyone pays. Come whenever you want. I'll be here. After they leave, Bruce tells his students, don't come to the school tonight. No matter what you hear, stay away. This isn't your fight. Sifu, that's an order. I fight alone tonight. That night, Bruce prepares. He knows they're coming. Probably 8 to 10 men. Probably armed. This won't be a martial arts demonstration. This will be a street fight, brutal, ugly survival. Bruce turns off all the lights in the school. Every lamp, every switch. The room is pitch black except for streetlight bleeding through the broken window. He moves all the training equipment to create obstacles, wooden dummies positioned to block paths. Training weapons within reach. Furniture arranged to limit movement. Then Bruce waits. Sitting in the dark. breathing slowly, calming his mind. He's done this before: street fights in Hong Kong, multiple opponents, weapons. But never with this much at stake. Around 2 a.m., he hears them. Footsteps outside. Whispered voices in Cantonese. The sound of weapons, metal chains rattling, wood knocking. They're here. The front door explodes inward, kicked open. 8 men pour in. They're carrying baseball bats, chains, butterfly knives. One has a pistol tucked in his belt. The leader shouts in Cantonese, "Bruce Lee." Time to learn respect. Silence. The room is completely dark. "Turn on the lights." One gangster says nervously. They fumble for light switches. Click, click, nothing. Bruce has cut the power. "He knew we were coming," another voice says, fear creeping in. "Doesn't matter. There's 8 of us. Find him." They spread out, moving cautiously in the darkness. Eyes adjusting. Shapes becoming visible in the dim STRETIGHT. Then Bruce strikes. From the shadows, a figure moves. A chain-wielding gangster suddenly gasps. Bruce has materialized behind him, applied a rear choke. The gangster drops his chain and collapses silently. 7 left. What was that? Someone shouts. Another gangster swings his baseball bat wildly at a shadow. The bat hits the wooden dummy with a loud crack. Before he can recover, Bruce emerges from the darkness, lands 2 brutal punches to the gangster's ribs and a spinning back fist to his jaw. The gangster crumples, 6 left. Panic is setting in. The gangsters huddle together, backs to each other, weapons ready. He's playing with us. Rush him all at once. But they can't see Bruce. He's moving through the school like a ghost, using the darkness, using his intimate knowledge of the space. Striking and disappearing. A knife-wielding gangster separates from the group to check the back room. Mistake. Bruce catches him there. Traps his knife hand using Wing Chun techniques, disarms him, and uses the gangster's own knife to slash his arm. Shallow cut. Painful but not lethal. The gangster screams and runs out the back exit. 5 left. The leader is losing control. Forget the darkness. Shoot him. He pulls the pistol from his belt. This is the moment Bruce has been waiting for. The gun. The most dangerous threat. He has to neutralize it first. Bruce throws a training stick across the room. It clatters against the wall. The leader spins and fires. Bang. The gunshot is deafening in the enclosed space. The bullet hits the wall. In that moment, while the leader is focused on the sound, Bruce closes the distance. 3 steps, silent, fast. Before the leader can aim again, Bruce is on him. A devastating side kick to the wrist. The gun flies across the room, clattering into darkness. Then Bruce follows with a barrage of strikes, chain punches to the face and body. A hook kick to the head. The leader goes down hard, unconscious. 4 left. The remaining gangsters break. 2 run for the door immediately, abandoning their weapons, fleeing into the night. To stay, either braver or more foolish. They charge Bruce together, one with a bat, one with a chain. Bruce doesn't retreat. He steps into the attack, catches the bat mid-swing using a blocking technique, breaks the gangster's nose with a palm strike, then sweeps his legs. The gangster falls backward into a pile of training equipment. The last gangster, the one with the chain, swings wildly. Bruce ducks under it, moves inside the gangster's guard, and applies a standing arm lock. The gangster screams in pain, dropping the chain. "Please." "No more," the gangster begs in Cantonese. Bruce releases him. "Leave. Tell your Tong what happened here. Tell them Bruce Lee doesn't pay. And tell them if they come back, it will be worse." The gangster runs, limping. Bruce turns on a battery-powered flashlight he had hidden. The school is destroyed, furniture overturned, weapons scattered, blood on the floor. 5 gangsters unconscious or groaning in pain. Bruce calls the police. "This is Bruce Lee at address. 8 men broke into my school with weapons. I defended myself. 5 need medical attention. Police arrive. Ambulance. The scene is chaos. The conscious gangsters claim Bruce attacked them unprovoked. But the evidence tells a different story. Broken front door. Weapons everywhere. Bruce's school clearly the victim of a break-in. The police detective interviews Bruce. You fought 8 armed men? Alone? In the dark? I didn't fight them. I defended my property. You're not even injured. I've trained my whole life for situations like this. They weren't prepared. I was. The detective looks at the unconscious gangsters being loaded into ambulances. This is going to cause problems. The Tong doesn't forget. Let them remember. I'll be ready. But the Tong doesn't come back. Word spreads through Chinatown. Bruce Lee fought 8 armed gangsters and won, alone, in the dark. The story grows with each telling. Some say it was 10 gangsters, some say 12. Bruce never corrects the exaggerations. The protection racket stops targeting his school. Other businesses start refusing to pay, emboldened by Bruce's example. The Tong's grip on Chinatown weakens slightly. Bruce never speaks publicly about that night. When students ask, he simply says, I did what I had to do to protect my school. I don't recommend it. But I don't regret it. Years later, one of the gangsters who fled that night gave an interview. I've been in dozens of gang fights. Brawls, shootings, stabbings. But that night in Bruce Lee's school, that was different. He wasn't fighting. He was hunting. We were the prey. I've never been so terrified in my life. 8 armed gangsters. 1 dark room. 12 minutes. 5 unconscious. 2 fled. 1 in the hospital. 0 injuries on Bruce Lee. The night the Chinatown gang war ended. Not with negotiation. Not with police. With brutal efficiency in the darkness. Bruce Lee proved that some fights aren't about technique, they're about survival. And nobody survives better than the one who refuses to be a victim.